You know, that's an excellent question, and language is just it's important, right? I mean, we have to understand a person's language, and even beyond that, we have to understand by what they mean by what they say. And so, when it comes to language barriers, I prefer to have someone who speaks the language for that individual. That's not always possible. There aren't nearly enough mental health providers, let alone psychiatrists. And so sometimes it's not an option. So in those scenarios, I'd like to pull in a translator. Sometimes that's someone who literally is a professional translator. And sometimes it may be a trusted family member. And sometimes we'll do both because there's sometimes where I want that separate neutral interpreter, but then I typically like to have a family member that's present that understands both languages so that they can understand what the interpreter is saying as well, right? So that because an interpreter can have bias as well, right? The more people we add to the process, the more our implicit biases um, can impact and distort what's understood. And so I try to offset that by having a family member who would be appropriate to be in the meeting, who can hear the English and the Spanish and help us make sure that we're bridging that gap effectively.